Alright folks, and welcome back to the Don's channel. I am the Donfather, and I'm now going to be doing a reaction video to the history of the MCG. The video is called About the MCG, and credit for it goes to Melbourne Cricket Ground, who have just over 25,000 subscribers. So check out the channel and subscribe if you like this stadia. Hopefully it tells us, it goes back from the very beginnings and all the way through. That's what I'm hoping for. It was suggested to me by one of my subscribers, so thanks very much for that. Really do appreciate it. And as it does say in the title, it's about the MCG, so I'd be expecting a trip down memory lane and up until present day. Well, that's the hope anyway. Haven't seen the video, obviously, and I'm really looking forward to it because it is up there with some of the best sporting stadiums on the planet. That much is I have no doubt. So no more talking anyway. Let's go!
For over 150 years, Victorians of all ages have been drawn to the place, where Don Bradman took on Bodyline and scored a ton. Where Betty Cuthbert took gold. Where Jezza took to the clouds. Where Jagger took to the stage. And Warnie took his hat-trick. The place that once stood at the edge of a colonial town and is now the beating heart of a great cosmopolitan city.
Just in the middle of some trees there, wasn't it?
MCG.
The heart and soul of Melbourne. Brilliant.
My earliest recollection of the Melbourne Cricket Ground was back in 1936, when my brother, who was 10 years older than me, brought me to a cricket match here. I remember it was a very hot day. Well, cricket is a summer sport, so you expect that. And I can remember seeing the players going out onto the field and various other aspects of the day. I've been very lucky that I've been able to pursue my interest in cricket and football, working in a place that I consider to be almost the cathedral of sport in Australia.
Today, the MCG is one of the world's greatest sporting arenas. The magnificent Ponsford, Olympic and MCC members stands, completed in 2006, have provided a perfect complement to the soon-to-be refurbished Great Southern Stand.
The Bombers sitting there.
The MCG delivers a breathtaking experience for all those who cheer from the stands or tread upon its hallowed turf. It was on this hallowed surface in 1877 that Test cricket was born, with Australia's shock 45-run victory over mighty Mother England. A margin that, amazingly, was repeated 100 years later in the Centenary Test. It's also where our young country stepped onto the world stage for the first time, hosting the 1956 Olympics.
Look at that, even in
millions of
1956.
fans have witnessed 100 grand finals since 1902.
Get the champagne in there, come on!
It's seen amazing highs, hosting rugby union and rugby league's biggest games, and heartbreaking lows, like the Socceroos' failure to qualify for the 1998 World Cup. But through it all, the MCG has always done us proud, just as it will continue to do into the future.
Well, just to look around this place, it brings back a lot of memories. I know it's been changed since I started here. When you describe where it is, it's in the middle of a beautiful area, not far from the
city, look at that.
sloping hills just outside with many trees.
Oh,
and it's
like
about
scaling.
a K from the centre of the city, which has got 4 million people. I mean, it's a lot to be proud of.
Though famous for major sporting events, the MCG has also been the venue for much more. It's hosted musical superstars like the Rolling Stones, David Bowie, Michael Jackson, and the Three Tenors. And devotional leaders like Billy Graham in 1959. And
Is it
Pope
evangelical?
John Paul II in 1986.
Pope.
It even played its part in the Allied war effort during World War II, becoming a base for the US military. Today, the MCG offers facilities and technology that make it capable of hosting almost any kind of event.
My very first memory of the G is coming to see Carlton play as a kid. It was something that, as a Melbourne person, you grow up knowing the G, feeling like it's part of you and feeling like it's part of your family. So to actually walk through the doors and come and sit down and watch your team play, I remember was a fantastic feeling.
Magnificent as it is, the MCG is more than just a great stadium. It's also a great tourist destination and a wonderful place for locals to have a day out.
This was one of the
Every
things I
year,
mentioned.
It attracts thousands of visitors for
Before the
MCG
video.
tours and the National Sports Museum. It's also a unique location for corporate hospitality, on game days or on any day at all. But no
Aye, if
matter
you've
what
got a
you
bit of
come
money.
for, the footy, cricket, rugby or soccer, rock and roll or religion, or just a kick on the ground before the game, the MCG is a rite of passage for every Victorian. Because when you're at the MCG, you're in the place that's been the living, breathing heart of Melbourne for over 150 years.
What a stadium. What a city. Unbelievable. Great history. Tradition. With the museum in there as well. I'll get to it now when the music stops. The MCG. The G. And that's the end of the video anyway. Really good short video. Only just over 5 minutes long. I liked how it showed you the old footage of them playing, basically, effectively, like a little bit of circle on the ground, playing cricket against the mother nation of cricket, England, which they beat on the centenary, beat them again, so that's an incredible achievement there. But I just want to pick up on one of the things they said in the video, the heartbeat, like the heart and soul bit of Melbourne, for all Victorians, the G, growing up. It's like a shrine of sport, music, religion, if you're going to see religious things there as well. It's just an absolute hub for all sorts of entertainment type things. But it says for all Victorians. I would go as far as to say, when you think of the national football team, the rugby teams, etc., that are getting to play there, this is a thing for the whole of Australia, not just Victorians. I think that bit's wrong. Because for the footy, I cover a lot of the footy, and there has been a little bit of debate, should the stadium be moved to suit teams from greater afield if they get to the final. But no, I don't. We've been down that road anyway. I'm not going to get back into that on the channel. It is the home of footy, as well as other sports. But this is like the mecca for absolutely every Australian growing up loving footy. You want to get there to the MCG. With the Socceroos they've mentioned there. Australia are always getting into major tournaments. Appreciate they probably aren't going to win anything in the soccer, but as I say, it is the heart and soul of Australian sport, really, not just Victorian. I wanted to put that in and correct that little bit, because for me it was one of the stadiums that I knew from Australia straight away. Melbourne Cricket Ground. It's absolutely huge stadium in the sporting world, and it has hosted, as they've went through, so many unbelievable and unforgettable events. People that are now been and gone, entertainers such as David Bowie and the likes of that, Michael Jackson, if you like Michael Jackson, gone now, you know. So if you've got to see them, you've got to see them at the MCG. That's something you can say forevermore, really. It's absolutely incredible. So as I wanted to mention, it is history, it's everything, tradition. They've got a museum there, which I would love to go and see if I went to Melbourne, because you're getting to see things like Tom Wills creating footy during the close season of cricket to keep himself fit, playing it as a child with the Aboriginal children. His story is absolutely remarkable, and it does tie in with the MCG. Obviously, Melbourne Football Club were born out of it all, and the rest is history if you're a footy fan. It's absolutely incredible place. Incredible story, his one as well, and it all ties in with the MCG and its great past. So, as I say, it is history, it's traditions, hosting grand finals, hosting sporting events, but all round just being a fantastic entertainment hub of the city, but indeed the absolutely amazing country of Australia. So, as I say, about the MCG, great short video. It just gets to... I love the skyline around it as well. You've got obviously great access coming up to it with the train lines. I'm not too sure road-wise how great it is to get to, but I'd imagine being a city like that holds 4 million people, absolutely no problem whatsoever to get to. You can have corporate events such as hospitality if you want to go to big grand finals. I'd imagine those tickets are not for the working class people, slightly out of our pay packet price range, but all that being said, it just shows you the amount of activities and things you can do. They've walked you through that there as well. But the skyline, the city in the background, incredible skyline. You've got beaches as well, unbelievable. What a place. This is a ground that I really, really want to visit in my trip to Australia. And as it says, sporting hub of Melbourne. Absolutely incredible. So many footy teams play their games there. So hopefully I'll catch one in my time there. Thanks very much for watching the video and the suggestion. I did rabbit on a bit there, but there's so many little fine details you want to pick up on. It is only a short video. You could be all there today showing events that have happened over the years, the stories that can be told of this great stadium, the things that have been done and seen there. Incredible. They'll live long in history and memory. But I really did want to show a different side to the things that I'm covering on the channel in terms of mostly footy, but there is other sports as well that I am doing, and they probably will actually have had a little bit of experience in this stadium. So it made perfect sense to cover it on the channel, and the suggestion to do it tied in perfectly, so thanks very much. Don't forget, folks, to subscribe and put the notifications bell on. Check out all of our social media platforms in the description section below, and there's a way that you can also support the channel with Patreon, and we've got a Just Giving page for growing the mullet, the bad boy. If you want, you can check it out as well. Thanks again for tuning in. I am the Donfather. Peace, everyone, and good.